welcome to Living the Empowered Life channel. My name is Yvonne and this channel is all about bringing you content that's empowering, encouraging and inspiring. So if this is the type of content you need in your life, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so that you can be notified of any new uploads. And if you like the content that I share, then please hit the thumbs up button. So in today's video, it really is just a quick book review of another book that I've recently read called Do Disrupt. It's by Mark Shayler and the book is called Change the Status Quo or Become It. Now, if you look on my channel, I've done 2 book reviews from the Do It series. I am planning actually on getting more of these books. I just love them. If you watch my other videos, especially the ones I did with Paul Arden, you will know that I love these type of little short black and white books or white and black books. Not only are they packed with information, but they also look very stylish as well. So this book I bought on eBay and I paid £2.89 for it with free posting. I did look on Amazon first to see if I could find it for like £1 or whatever, but as I've said on other videos, the days of me being able to get books secondhand for a penny or £1 seems to be few and far between now. I think a lot of people have cottoned on to it, but at £2.89 anyway, you know, it was still a bargain. I didn't have to pay postage, so I just bought it. So this book really is about your ideas and how to execute your ideas. It is about disruption. And Mark first starts the book by saying it's about doing things differently, about having ideas that will change the world, that will at least change your world. It is also about delivering those ideas. So first off in the book, he starts by saying, having ideas is easy. The difficulty is making them work. Now, I don't think that is necessarily the case for a lot of people. I think some people struggle with getting ideas together. I'm somebody who doesn't struggle with ideas. Every minute of the day I have an idea about something. One of the problems I have actually is not trying to use all my ideas at once and just recognizing that some ideas are for a certain time and a certain season. But in this book, he says, having ideas is easy. The difficulty is making them work. The block can be confidence, befuddlement, money, knowing where to start. It is easy to say, but you just need to start. Now, I do agree with what Mark says here because you do have to be bold and courageous when you are trying to do something new. If you start to get bogged down with if it will work, what money will I need, what will people say, all these type of different confusing thoughts, you will not act on your ideas. One of the things you do when you act on your ideas is that you put all that behind you and you just go one step at a time, one day at a time. So the purpose of this book really is to help you create ideas and help you take your ideas from concept to customer. Also, it's about helping you to look at what you can do differently if you have ideas already in place. And also what he's trying to promote within this as well is that you should be happy in doing it. So what is really different about this book to the other Do It books that I've recently read, and I will leave a link to one of them at the top of this video and the other at the end of this video, is that this one is more of a workbook. So rather than just reading through it, even though the others were packed with really useful information and ideas, this book actually gets you to work straight away. So it has things here like little boxes to draw pictures. As you can see, I didn't quite finish that one. Boxes to write little things in, you know, when he asks you a question. Also as well, it has little quotes throughout the book, which I really like. This one here by Isaac Dennison said, "The cure for anything is salt water, sweat, tears or the sea." Throughout this book, it's got that little kind of pictures as well. This one I recently shared on my Instagram. And, you know, he was talking about if you're not happy with something, you have to change it. So as you can see, he has put here like a little diagram asking you the main question and then you follow it around and then depending on the answer, you know which way to go. Sometimes it can be difficult for people who already know the answer that they're not happy, but the thing is you have to do something to change it. And this is what he's talking about. He says that he knows lots of people who aren't happy doing what they're doing, but rather than making a change in their life or taking a step towards doing something different, they moan and complain. And he says people like that are happy being unhappy. He had another little interesting exercise in here where he wanted you to get a 1 meter tape measure. And basically, he wanted you to cut it to your age. So as you can see there, He's put it there. He said he's 44, so he cut it to 44. And again, he wanted you to cut it at your likely death age. So I don't know how he came up with that, but he was saying something about look at your family history. I wouldn't know anyway, because I don't really know anything about my family. And again, cutting it when you expect to retire. And what he was trying to say at the end of that, basically, that's what you've got left in terms of years to do anything. And then he cut it again to say, and you'll spend a third of that sleeping. What I really liked about this little workbook that he's created is that through the exercises, he helps you to identify any kind of blocks or challenges to execute in your idea. So, you know, he'll go through things with you, challenges, obstacle, fears, and then he will kind of give a suggestion on how you can move forward. They're very quick suggestions, so he doesn't go into depth or anything, but it kind of ignites the spark of where you are to be going in terms of moving forward with your ideas. He also gives you a very basic plan and basic kind of hints on how to get started as well with executing your ideas. I love the fact that he talks about, you know, your customer, getting you to write down who you think your customer is, getting you to think about who in terms of companies would be kind of your competition, who would be an initial threat to what you're doing, and also thinking about ways of how you can reach your customer. He wants you to write down where you think you will find them. One of the exercises that I really loved in this book that I actually did do was called Know Your Customer. This I found completely beneficial to where I am right now, because my company YEME Empowerment, which provides media, resources and services that facilitate the empowerment of people, has two different sides to it. I have the side which is more about personal development and leadership and personal coaching, which is through all the things I do through the Living Empowered Life, through the podcast, YouTube videos, newsletters, all that stuff, and the individual relationships I have with my customers. And then there is the corporate organizational side, which I do training groups to empower individuals, events, all that type of stuff. Even though I already knew that my customers on both sides of my business are different and have different needs, I really did like doing this exercise because I'm now 3 years in to having my own company as an entrepreneur, and I know a little bit more than I did 2 years ago about who my customers are. So I love doing this exercise and I'm going to finish it. I really do love these little do it books. I know that they've been out for a while now and I'm probably late to the party, but I really do like them. They're packed full of information, and each author who has been commissioned to do one of these books really does bring something to the table. The other two books that I read, Do Fly and Do Lead, will go perfectly with this book for me, I think. And there are others in the series like Do Purpose and Do Protect that I am going to be reading as well, because I think that they bring a lot of benefit to the things that I'm doing. So I definitely will recommend this book if you are somebody who has ideas to do things, not sure where to start. Maybe you've started your ideas but not sure what direction to go in with them. You're not really sure who you will inspire or empower with them. Not really sure, you know, who would benefit from your ideas. I would definitely recommend that you get this book. You can knock out this book really quickly. I did in under a week, not like last time when I said it took me like nearly 2 months to read a little book like this. But you know, I forgive myself because I was busy. It's not a chapter book. It's broken up by exercises. It's broken up by quotes. It's broken up by pictures, you know, so you'll have no problem if you're a reader reading this. I will leave a link to this book in the description box below. Please check out the other videos of book reviews I've done on the other two books I've read in the Do It series so far. And I will see you on the next video. Take care.